it's first of all, it's fucking cold.
I'm just going, by the way. I'll edit this all out. No, I just started it just now.
Okay.
No, but just, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was talking about, like,
He's talking about, like...
Just being out and about?
Yeah, just being, like, out and about in my daily life. And I'm like, well, you really think Kevin wants to come with me to the grocery store?
I think it'd be interesting, to try it once.
I guess you could see that what my daily life is like, which is pretty boring. Pretty boring. I don't know.
No, you would be so amazed by, like, the stuff that people want to watch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
People are so entertained in other people's lives.
That's so
yeah.
True, yeah. And I guess I don't understand that concept. Like this whole, like somebody was saying on my YouTube comments, I don't know if you saw it, she was saying, you should have more followers, you should have, post more videos and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I guess I don't really realize the magnification of it. Like, I don't understand. That's why I've never really invested my time into it until now. Like, now I'm trying to document this journey and document the story of my life and good, bad, and all this other stuff, and tell you guys this year, what my plans are for my health and stuff. So, this has been long overdue. Kevin and I have been working on a bunch of stuff and a bunch of content to try to get out there, just to put the put the feelers out there for everybody, so that we can get people watching and interested in what's going on with me. And many of you know that I started off my journey a couple of years ago. I was at a local gym and I was doing a simple compound movement, box jumping, and it went viral and it went crazy, and the internet just sucked it up. That a big girl like me was, being capable of moving like that. And for a long time, and then several of my videos actually went viral too, which I don't know if people realize that. Like, the video of me box jumping was not the only video that really went viral. There was a couple other videos as well that went viral. So, and it's continued. They continue to go viral every time they're reposted. It's really kind of crazy. Like, even now, like, a couple of these videos are going viral again. 2.3 million views and stuff like that. It's absolutely insane to me, to be honest with you. Like, and this happened like 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
I can't even remember now, but so many of you guys know that I've been on this journey for a really, really long time. Some of my new followers don't know my story. Again, go to my YouTube, because I talk a lot about where I come from, what happened, how things all kind of transpired and everything like that. And there's a story behind all of this kind of craziness and this madness. And I wanted to use my platform and use this attention in a positive way. And I want to use it for something inspiring and something, something good. I want to, things that motivate me are not me losing 5 pounds. That doesn't motivate me. What motivates me is people that are like interested in how I'm being successful and are inspired by what I'm doing, and how I'm getting there, and the struggles and the content that I'm bringing to you guys, and my posts on Instagram and all that stuff. And they're saying about how those are affecting them personally. Those are the kinds of things that inspire me. And with that being said, as I keep saying, my journey has been really up and down, and it's been fluctuating. I've lost a lot of weight. I've gained a lot of weight back. I've been very candid and very open. I've been very honest about all of it. And it's really, really taken its toll on me. And it's really been difficult for me, with the inconsistencies. And it's like, I know the way that I'm supposed to be doing this. I know how I'm supposed to be doing this. And it's so easy for us all to fall fall back into old patterns. And it didn't take me a couple of years to be almost 400 pounds, or over 300 pounds. It took me years. It was years. This transpired over time, and I think that, although I've worked really hard, and I know what it's like to really work hard, and I know what it's like to make sacrifices, and I'm very capable of it, I just feel like I've needed another tool and another sort of help. And it's no different than, in my opinion, I mean, it's no different than like somebody using like a supplement as a tool. We all use different tools. We all use different aids in helping us get to our goals and the things that we want to get to. And, you know, this is something that I have been researching for over a year now. I've done a lot of educating myself and a lot of knowledge for myself. It's not something that I'm taking lightly. I'm very, very, you know, I'm really excited about it, but I'm also really, really nervous about it. And the reason why I'm trying to document it is because I feel like so many people have such a bad,
like stigma.
There's like such a bad stigma behind it, and like, and I don't understand it. Like, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. And I feel like, I mean, people just need to do what's best for themselves. Like, and everybody else just need to, if they don't like it, then mind your own business and move along. Like, we're all just trying to get through this life and hopefully being the best versions of ourselves, whatever that is, whatever that may be, whether it's coming out to your family, whether it's, you know, losing 10 pounds, whether it's having some type of, you know, surgery to enhance something in your, you know, whatever that is. I mean, I just don't understand what all the negative stigma is about this, you know, and I will say that, like, it's really had a hard time. It's hard for me because I've been really scared about how I'm going to discuss this and how I'm going to communicate this with my followers and the people that have stuck behind me and have seen me from the beginning and have seen me fluctuate up and down and have seen my posts about, you know, my life and my journey, and I don't want to let anybody else down, but at the end of the day, like you have to understand that this is about me, and I'm doing what's best for me and what's working best, what's going to work best for me in my circumstances and my situation. And only I know the mental and emotional toll that this journey has taken on me. And I'm taking this very seriously, and I want to be healthier. I want to live a more productive life. I want to live a more vibrant and life, and I'm not able to do a lot of that stuff because of my weight and some of the struggles, and I want to use this as a tool to get to that place. So with that being said, I have decided, probably most likely in the spring of 2019, that I am going to have gastric bypass surgery. I do not have a surgery date as of right now. I am in the process of it. I've been in the process of it for about 4 months, 4 months, I would say. And I will be hopefully getting a surgery date within the next month or two. I would hope that would happen. I don't know a lot of the details surrounding it right now. Right now I'm just doing a lot of like medical appointments. I have to get my blood work drawn, and I have to I had an ultrasound because I've been having some problems, you know, with intestinally, and I'm not absorbing some B12, and there's certain things that have been going on that have kind of led me to this point, and why I'm deciding to make this big step and this choice. I understand that this isn't for everybody, and some of you may feel like you're really disappointed in my decision, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can say about it.
I guess, why would you feel that people are disappointed in your decision?
Because the stigma is just so bad surrounding it. Like, everybody,
like, it's the easy way out.
And
yeah.
It's like they don't realize why people go into this. I mean, some people have hernias. Like, there's major issues like diabetes. And I'm fortunate enough, I don't have diabetes. I'm fairly healthy for the most part. I do have I have a gallbladder issue. I have some other intestinal issues. There's some other issues there, you know, that this surgery will actually help heal that. And I have to do this for myself. Like, I have to do this for myself because those are important things that I need to do, you know, for me.
I guess just for like the other people out there, because I know we have talked about this, but like they might not know, is like, is it the very last like thing that you can possibly do? Is there something else that you could do before this, you know, to like, you know what I mean? Like this is like the end all be all.
Yeah,
you know what I
this
mean?
is-
Like this is
this is it. Like this is.
and
like,
you've tried numerous of other things. Like the
I've
list
tried
is like
so many
a
things.
dictionary, right?
Right, like, and I've tried, and how many times? I mean, and it's not to say that you can't be successful without it. I mean, I understand that. I get that. Like, you know, because I have had success, and I still, and I can't say that I haven't had success. I'm not where I was a couple years ago. You know, 3 or 4 years ago. I was more than that now. It's probably 5 years ago now. I was, you know, I was well over 300 something pounds, and I mean, I'm not there. I am not there, and I've made great strides. You know, but I have fluctuated a lot. Gaining 40, 60 pounds back and forth, losing it, gaining it, and I said, and the mental toll and the emotional toll that it takes on you, I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted. I need another tool. I need another really heavy tool to get me over this so that I can move forward in my life, and it's not such a, because I kind of feel like I'm stuck. I can't seem to get over this. I can't seem to win. You know, like, I'm like, I'm when I say desperate, I guess that sounds really bad, but and I don't mean it in a bad way, in a bad sense.
No, but I think
like,
it's accurate. You know what I mean? And I mean that in a nice way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I feel like desperate sounds just so like
no, right? It's
like
got a stigma of its own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got like maybe an unhealthy, you know, stigma behind it. But like, and when I say it like that, I don't mean it like that. I just mean it that, like, I just need this tool to get me to that to get me to where my goal is, to what, you know. And honestly, I don't even like. Everybody's like, well, what is your goal? What is it? And I'm like, I don't have like a set number. I don't have like a set like.
Do you think it's because like it's been so long, like you don't even know what like a good, you know, like weight is, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know.
I've been under 200 pounds before in this journey, and I mean, I felt amazing, but at the same time, I wasn't being able to sustain it, and I wasn't being able to. Obviously, I'm not being able to sustain it, and I'm not being able to, you know, be consistent with it. So that's the hard part about this. You know, like, this is just a tool. This is not going to cure me. This is not going to fix it. It's not going to make everything go away. I mean, I still have to find, you know, I still have to exercise. I still have to eat healthy. I still have to do all those things, you know. But I feel like there's so many things that prevent me from being able to exercise right now, you know, and my weight is one of them. I mean, being heavier like this and going to the gym and simply getting into a freaking sports bar with my breast size is just tiring and exhausting, you know. You know, being overweight, you're not as energetic, you know, you're just not, you know, and I fight that. I fight my energy. I fight, you know, all these things, and I think that once I've come down in my weight and my size, it's going to give me a new passion for continuing on, and for, you know, it's kind of like when you lose those 15 to 20 pounds, you're like, oh yeah, you start to feel yourself, and you're like, oh, I can do this, you know, and I feel like doing this is going to kind of put me in that position where I'm going to have something behind me that's pushing me to stay focused on what this is all about. And that's the part that I'm looking forward to. And I understand that it's not, like I said, I still have to eat right. I still have to pay attention to what I'm, you know, doing.
Right.
Like, you just fix everything. Like, people think that, oh, it's just an easy way out, but they don't realize that you literally can gain all that weight right back. Like,
and people have.
And people have, and absolutely 200,000%. People have gained back weight. But I've also.
Go ahead. Well, I was just thinking, have they like given you a timeline of how long it would take? Like, obviously, after they do the surgery, like, you're still going to be the same, you know, size.
Right,
so it's like, how long is that going to take?
I think they say you usually start noticing within the first month. You'll start noticing, you know, you'll drop a good 15, 20 pounds. You know, everybody's different.
Right.
And I've dropped, you know, 13 pounds in a month before doing things. So,
did you want to get into like the details of how they were, like what the actual procedure was going to be?
I mean, the details, I feel like that's going to be for like another.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
But the detail, I mean, I'm having gastric surgery, so feel free to look up what gastric bypass surgery. I'm not having the sleeve.
What is it?
Is it
gastric GB? G.
Gastric bypass.
GB.
So it's RNY.
RNY. Okay. I knew that there's like some sort of acronym for it.
And there's a different, it's different than sleeve and then the lap band and then there's other ones out there. But
right.
I'm having the more, I guess, extreme,
invasive,
the more invasive part of it. And I feel like for me that's what fits for me because long term wise has a better success rate. Mm-hmm. And although people, yes, they do gain weight, they don't gain a bunch of weight back. If they, fall off or they're not doing things that they're supposed to be doing or whatever they want. Mm-hmm. It's not as bad. That's what I was told by my doctor. That's what I've seen from research and from reading. So that's what I feel is the best fit for me. So we can go into more details about what the type of surgery it is on another note.
I think this is good.
I just wanted to take this time to just say that the reason why I'm doing these videos is to document the process of this, and it's going to be the good, the bad, the ugly. It's going to be, me documenting this journey up until surgery, and hopefully I can even, document the surgery, which would be really cool.
And after, the progress.
And then obviously, and then afterwards, it's going to be, we're going to be documenting my after the surgery and all the stuff that goes along with that afterwards, so that people can see,
Do you want to touch on real quick, like how much work it is, like vlogging and doing all this and stuff like that? Like, has it seemed like a lot more work than what you thought it was going to be? Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm just going to mention this, and it's like, we've been shooting for a while. I shoot at the gym, and we talk about stuff, after the gym, and it's really time consuming, right? Like, far more than you probably thought it was going to be.
And I guess it's like, I think so Kevin is my videographer. He's kind of helping me in the process of it. Show your face, Kevin.
No.
Show your face. So,
they saw it in the last one.
Kevin is my videographer, and he is helping me with sharing this platform or getting this out on there on the platforms and stuff like that. And he's been recording me and talking to me and asking questions and things like that. And it's been really hard because sometimes I just don't want to deal with anybody. Like, I don't want to deal with the process of this.
You don't want to deal with me.
I don't want to. It's not you, no. I just don't want to talk about why I'm having the surgery because I'm just like, it's like sometimes I'm just like, it's not anybody's business. I don't want to talk about this.
Right.
That's
understandable.
And then there's times where I'm like, this is a good thing. I need to use what I have, use the platform that I have for a good purpose, and that's who I am.
I mean, how many people out there do you think wonder, like, the same thing you're wondering going into it? Mm-hmm. And how many people do you think would benefit, like, knowing, like, after you've gone through all this, like, all of your experience and all of your knowledge? Because it's not really documented anywhere, Like, you can't find something that, like, oh, I had this surgery and, like, this happened and stuff like that. And, you know what I mean? Like, it's... At least, I don't know, I haven't done much, like, research on it, but I
feel like there's not a lot out there, too. Like, even when I was looking at it...
It's a really private kind of thing, right?
And I think people, are really worried. So, I was telling Kevin, last week sometime, because we've been kind of delaying talking about this because of my own personal issues of worried about what people are going to think about this and about my decision. And I'm sure I'm going to lose a lot of followers from this, but, it is what it is.
We were talking about, people have to understand that it's your choice and you want to do this. And
it's my life. It's
right.
my life, and you can take what you want from this and say whatever you need to say about it, about whether or not I'm taking the easy way out or not. And you have no idea what I fought to do just to get to here. Mm-hmm. You have no idea what I've been through to get to here, to get to this point. You have no idea. You know nothing about me. You only know what I've chosen to show you on my social medias. That's it. And that's that at the end of the day, I have to make these decisions for myself, and that's what this is. This is a decision for myself personally. It's not for everybody, and I totally respect it. And if you would have told me that this was going to happen to me 3 years ago, I would have told you you're a lie. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. And it wasn't because I was against it. It wasn't for me at that time. It wasn't something that I had considered.
Getting back into how much like work vlogging has been and stuff like that, and you know, like I don't think people understand that you might have a Patreon. Like I think we mentioned it in the last one.
Oh yeah.
But you know, like people, like that's where a lot of this is going to end up going, because it is that much work. You know what I mean? Like it costs. You know, it's a lot of time for you. It's a lot of time for me. It's a lot of, you know, putting vlogs together takes me. The other day, I seriously spent 2 hours on that other one that we put together that I published. The last one that we published.
Oh, this last one?
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was like a lot of like cutting and editing and posting,
the
editing
part of it is really, really difficult. And I wish I was better at it.
So, but that's why we need you guys to go to Patreon, and we need you guys to we need like a little bit of support from you guys, you know. And I think that's better left to you, you know, to explain.
Yeah, and Patreon is a lot of people from YouTube, a lot of big, huge YouTubers are going to Patreon because the platform for YouTube is just not the same as it used to be. And Patreon has really embraced creativity and created a space for people like Kevin
to tell a story like
tell
this.
A story. And to be able to, they don't mess around, you know, as much, and with a lot of like, you know, like the copyrights and like the musics and like the stuff like that. Like you know, they're not constantly trying to block you from being successful in this industry. And at the end of the day, like, we're just trying to get content out to people. We're just trying to get stuff out to people. But you need support. You know, Kevin and I are everyday average people. We're not millionaires. We don't, you know, we're just everyday people just trying to make it through life. We just so happen to want to document this story and this journey, and we're looking out to the public and the followers and the fans to support. So if you guys are familiar with it, or if you aren't familiar with it, you should head over to my Patreon, which I've posted on my Facebook, and I've posted it on Twitter, and I've posted it on my...
it's actually in the description of a lot of your videos. I put it all in there.
Yeah, and on all of my videos, so, you know, just all you got to do is click on the links. It'll send you right to all of those links, you know. So that would be a huge... you know, a huge help for me too.
And, I mean, it would help us like going forward, like spending more time, like you know, doing this, and you know, it's kind of like more like face-to-face time between like you and me, and actually shooting stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, it would make it a lot easier, you know.
Yeah. And Kevin is much better at Patreon than I am. I will say that. Like, I mean, just put a little bit of that in there. But like, if anybody else is looking for somebody to run like a Patreon or something, or video or filming, Kevin is your guy. He's the one that can handle all that stuff, because I'm not good when it comes to the creative aspect of it, video editing, all of that stuff. I have no clue how that all works and how it even. I don't know how it does. I'm happy when I can just upload a video. I think I'm the greatest person in the world, you know.
And I was that way for so long,
or when
so
I can,
long,
like,
you know.
Share something, I'm like, woo! And I feel like it takes so much time to learn it, and it's like, why not just give that expertise to somebody who already kind of knows what they're doing? You know what I mean? So here we are. Yes, absolutely. Supporting, you know, on Patreon would be a huge asset for us, and it would be really helpful, and it would probably put us in a better position to be able to put more content out and put it out a little bit faster. So,
and more of it, a lot more of it. I mean, we already shot, I don't even know how many freaking hours of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, it's more time consuming than people realize.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
People don't realize the extent of all of it. Yeah. And then you have to remember, each different platform, it wants certain things and doesn't want certain things, and you got to remember all of that shit. And it's really, you know, it can be really time consuming. Really good.
I think that's a good message for today. I think we'll elaborate on some more details later.
We're definitely going to keep video recording. We're going to keep, you know, keep going. But today's video was just strictly about my decision, my announcement, my surprise, the thing that I was going to talk about. I'm sorry it didn't come out sooner, but please make sure you're following me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter,
Instagram, Patreon.
Skype,
blah, blah, blah.
Plugging all the content, and they're always in all of my videos. So like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your support.